All right, this is the bunt heard around the world. This bunt was an inside the park home run because of a colossal failure of defense from our team. We're going to break it down and study it. All right, so number one, we'll watch it, listen to it uninterrupted because congratulations to the other team for absolutely capitalizing on our mistake. That's what you're supposed to do in a game. Good job on their part. But we're going to break down our failures here. We'll start this on a satellite overview of our 12U softball field that we used a year ago. All right, and the little green dots that I'm going to crudely paint on here represent our fielders. So here you're going to see them right there. Now, for each position, I'm going to have a yellow line representing their movement. So the way we teach it in rec ball is that the corners, first and third, crash the bunt. The pitcher, of course, crashes the bunt. The catcher moves up to the bunt. The shortstop and second baseman cover the corners, and that's the infield. Now the outfielders, right field is going to back up the play at first. Left field is going to cover third. Center field, whether you have one or two, are going to move up to second base. In our case, we use 4 outfielders, so we have 2 center fielders. But if you only have 3 center fielders, the same thing is going to apply. You're going to cover second base. So now let's go back and watch the video and point out all the positions on our team that did not follow what we teach. Now to begin, somebody hollered bunt. I don't know who. Good job there. Pitcher, catcher, and third base all came down and crashed the ball exactly like we teach. Those parts are about the only parts that went right. So notice here we have the first baseman did not crash the ball, which works out because the second baseman did not go cover first. But that was not how that's supposed to work out. Now on for the next part of the failure. I don't know if this is a bad decision or just a bad angle, but the pitcher misses the throw to first base, ends up throwing across the baseline to the foul side of territory for the first baseman, making it an impossible catch for our first baseman. So not only is our first baseman at first instead of our second baseman, our right fielder was supposed to run up to the foul line so that she could then position herself either into foul territory or fair territory to back up the play. Instead, she ran up to where second base was standing before the play ever started. I have no idea why, but that was the wrong spot for our right fielder to go to. Therefore, our right fielder was not in position to back up this play and pick up the ball when the throw was off target and prevent it from being an inside the park home run. At that point, it would have been a single, a double at the worst. But because the right fielder was in the wrong position, now she's running for her life, trying to go way back to the end of the outfield to pick up the ball that she was not in position to make a play on. But the right side of the field is not the only failure. Now we're going to look at the middle of the field. Now right here, we're going to restart it. Second baseman should go to first. Shortstop should go to third. Both of those center fielders should run up and cover second. Instead, the second baseman goes to second. The right center fielder is not even moving. The shortstop disappeared out of the frame going to cover third. The left center fielder is a new player, and she moved to cover third base. So I do appreciate that she moved. She just moved the wrong way. We can coach you if you move the wrong spot. It's hard to coach not moving because that's not putting the effort into the play. So if you move the wrong spot, we can help you there. But yeah, the middle of the infield, except for shortstop, all of them did not do the right thing. Second base should have been covering first. Both center fielders should have been covering second. The left center fielder could have been shading to the left side of the field, and she basically ran to left field instead of going to second base. So now let's move over and cover the left side of the field. All right, so looking at the left side here, they're going to holler bunt as the pitcher makes the pitch. Andy second now. Third base is going to crash. Shortstop's going to cover third. The left fielder does run in, although not with enough commitment. The left fielder needs to honestly be in foul territory right about where that coach is standing at in the blue shirt right now to back up the play. But like I say, the left side of the field all did the right stuff. I want to see more follow-through from the outfield on this side, but they generally did move correctly. and I already covered left center field earlier. She did move. She just didn't move up to second base. She just moved to left field. But the left fielder, you did the right move. I just want twice what you gave me there. Shortstop and third base, y'all both did great. Third base stayed and protected home plate. Shortstop ran over to back up the throw to second base that came later. But like I say, that side of the field I'm pretty good with, so we'll take another picture here of what this is supposed to look like. Again, the outfielder's on the left side. I think the left fielder needs to run more in the foul territory than what I've drawn here in this picture, but this is a general rule of thumb of where you should be running the backup plays, honestly, for any play. In that situation, when the ball is coming from the right side of the field, you need to be opposite side of the ball so that if the player covering third doesn't catch the ball or the throw misses wide right or wide left, you're behind third base in foul territory to make the catch and prevent the ball from just rolling around, and they pick up extra bases. But I've said this before, this is a team sport. We do not stick any player anywhere and expect them to stand there and spectate. You are to participate in the play. So let's watch this again in live action and say what we should be doing. All right, so again, left side is going to crash the ball. They're calling bunt. Pitcher and catcher both cover it correctly. First base should have been crashing and wasn't. Second base should be making his catch. Right fielder, you're way too far over. You should be right there. That's where you're supposed to be at. Right now, the right center fielder should be a cutoff throw because she's covering up second. Instead, the second baseman and shortstop have to move to adjust and field the ball that was thrown to a player that wasn't even supposed to be there. This is an epic meltdown, and now you're watching the other team celebrate a home run off of a bunt because you did not do what we taught you to do in practice. Multiple practices, not only this season, but previous seasons. We only have 2 new players on this team this season. So we not only covered it in practice this year, we covered it in practice last year, and we're still not doing it. Ladies, this is not good. You got to improve this. But that's why there's more games. We'll get it straightened out. And since we can't do too many more practices, hopefully y'all watch this video and you'll learn from this.